What is up, FBG fam? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Genshin Impact video. Now, for today's video, I wanted to talk about a specific topic. A topic that is brought up whenever there is a highly anticipated character that is set to drop in the game, like the Raiden Shogun. And that topic is whether you need to have Constellations on her to be a good character on your team. Now, I'm going to answer the question right off the bat for you, but I'm going to put some context behind it as well as go more into detail with you guys. So to answer that question right off the bat, no, you do not need to have Constellations on your Raiden Shogun for her to be a good character on your team. But let me go ahead and give some context and let me go ahead and go into some details. Now, I'm not going to go into details in terms of what her Constellations do, but I'm going to go into details on providing information on the differences between not having Constellations on her and having Constellations on her, because there is a difference, a massive one in my opinion. When you're looking at the Raiden Shogun's kit and you're looking at her skills and what she's bringing to the table at C0, she's an absolutely fantastic character. There are many things within her kit and there's many things within her skills and passive talents that allow her to not only output tremendous amount of damage with her ult, but also be able to support the team by providing them all with tons of energy, which means they will all be able to pop off their ultimates and elemental bursts pretty seamlessly, which is a great thing to have in a team comp for optimal rotation, but also be able to provide as much damage as possible. So the Raiden Shogun is a fantastic character at C0, not needing to have any Constellations to be a great asset or addition on your team builds or your team comps. She's just going to perform beautifully, and I love what they did with her kit, albeit a little bit more complicated than most Genshin Impact characters, but not so complicated to where you're not understanding rotations and understanding the way to play her the best and the most optimal. Now, when it comes to speaking about her Constellations, like I mentioned earlier, there is going to be a difference between somebody showcasing a Raiden Shogun at C0 and another player showcasing their Raiden Shogun at C1, C2, or beyond. When it comes to the Raiden Shogun's Constellations, they are absolutely fantastic. I mentioned this in previous videos. There's so much value in her Constellations and what they provide because they do a lot. There's a lot of utility in there. The Constellations, I'm not going to go into detail on what they do specifically, but a lot of them boost her attack, a lot of them boost her ultimate, but there is a few that have some supporting capabilities built in there as well, and having that diversity within the Constellations make the Raiden Shogun a very valuable character to have multiple copies of. If you're looking at her C1 without going into detail, it's just basically going to allow her ult to hit harder, and if you take a look at her C2, it's just going to allow her to do more damage overall, just in general. Of course, then you have the C3 that's just going to boost the talent level of one of the skills, and that is reference to her ult, which is incredible. And then you have the C4. If it stays flip-flop like we've seen with the information, if that remains the same, then it's going to be more supportive to where you are helping your party members tremendously. And then C6, albeit not a necessary C6 to have, but it's going to be a really good one nonetheless, like most C6s in the games are. So whenever you're taking a look at the Raiden Shogun and you're seeing one that is decked out with Constellations, of course they are going to be putting up tremendous amount of numbers. They are going to be hitting extremely hard, and their Raiden Shogun is just going to be performing that much better. But that is what Constellations are supposed to do. But the Raiden Shogun is special in that her Constellations just hold so much value and allow her to do so much and really unlocks her potential. When you have a C0 Raiden Shogun, and I know I've said Raiden Shogun so many times, you don't have to let me know in the comments down below. I just like saying Raiden Shogun. But when we're taking a look at a C0 ball, there we go, ball, you're going to see a fantastic character. You're going to see a character that's performing beautifully. You're going to see a character whose ult's hitting tremendously hard and is supporting the team really, really well. But it's just not comparative with one that has Constellations, and I think that can go for most characters in Genshin Impact, and that's what Constellations are supposed to do. You have characters in Genshin Impact where you have Constellations unlocked, and that just allows them to do more, whether it be hit harder, do more damage, or support the team better, heal for more, or to be able to provide more energy back, whatever the case may be, provide a stronger shield. That's what Constellations are for. That is the benefits of pulling multiple copies of a character. But that doesn't mean that it's necessary to have that. And with the Raiden Shogun, Ball, it's not necessary. You don't have to get multiple copies of her for her to do her job and to be able to do it well. But Constellations will make a big difference. I don't want to sugarcoat it, and I will be absolutely transparent with you guys on that. It will make a big difference, and you will see that between one that has C0 and one that has C1 or C2, because those two constellations are tremendous, and they right there alone do a lot. You don't have to have a Raiden Shogun at C4, C5, and C6 to see that big difference. Having her at C1 or C2 is plenty enough, in my opinion. But I wanted to speak about this because I don't want people to think that they have to get multiple copies of this character in order for her to be good. Having her at just C0 is good enough, in my opinion. Now, if you want to go for copies, I mentioned this in previous videos as well, there is tons of value in that, and this would be the character to do that for. If you've been saving primos and you've been wanting to go deep on a specific character, you're picking a good one with Ball because she has a lot of value. But don't think it's necessary. And if you're asking me from a free-to-play standpoint, as a free-to-play player, I would say just grab yourself one copy and call it a day. Save your primos for future characters that you might be interested in, whether it be a Kokomi or another character down the line that you've been anticipating dropping in the game at some point. Or you can even go for a grass cutter if you have the means and you're really wanting that weapon, because it's a tremendous weapon to have on the Raiden Shogun. But at the end of the day, it's your account and you do however you please or whatever you want to do. What is the expression? I'm sorry, guys. Anyways, I hope this video helped. I hope this video was informative, and I hope this was transparent enough to let you know that you don't have to go for Constellations on the Raiden Shogun. She's going to be great as C0, and that bodes well for most characters. But of course, once again, unlocking those Constellations is always a huge benefit, and it is for the Raiden Shogun as well. But anyways, guys, I want to get your guys' take down in the comments below. Let me know your opinions on this topic, and let me know if you do plan on going for any Constellations, and if so, let me know which ones that you're most intrigued on, or the one that you want to obtain the most. And if you're a free-to-play player, let me know if you're just going to grab yourself one copy and then save for future characters. Also, I want to take this opportunity in the video to say thank you guys for all the support. It has been quite overwhelming and quite incredible. So thank you guys so much for all that you do. And thank you guys so much once again. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Remember to stand out, be different, have fun, go further beyond in everything that you do. And until next time, my boys, until next time, it's your homie Cody GT, and I'm out. Bye, guys.